now we're really starting to focus on the Outer Banks, and then we head up towards the northeast where coastal flooding, we could see 1 to 2 feet of saltwater inundation when you consider the onshore flow of winds. That's a big problem. And I was listening to Brandy earlier this week. She was covering high tide flooding in Miami, and she said that, folks don't think about freshwater and saltwater and how different it is driving through it.
Oh, yeah.
Because saltwater is so corrosive to your vehicle.
Absolutely. That's the stuff that'll really do some damage much quicker than freshwater will. So keep that in mind. By the way, the Ravens play a home game in Baltimore, and they're going to be in the thick of it on Sunday. Sunday is really when I think a lot of the wind and the rain start to impact a lot of the spots that we're seeing right here. I mean, you name it, we've got it. Coastal flood advisory, coastal flood warning, coastal flood watch. If you're in a watch, that will likely be upgraded as we get closer to the onset of the event. And it's this area right here, Haley, where we could really see a lot of water start piling up, and there may be some evacuation orders in place as we go through time. So obviously we'll keep you abreast of that situation as it unfolds. Yeah,
there has been some chatter about some potential evacuations, which is just speaking to the severity of the event we could see. Now, I will say the intensity has dialed back just a little bit in regards to this storm, just based upon where that low is going to be at, so pushed a little bit further off towards the east, which is helping to mitigate some of the rainfall impacts we could see here. And then in addition, the high pressure is also going to help kind of elongate this low, so minimize some of the drawn out wind impacts, but still very gusty over the next 48 hours or so. If you look at some of the coastal flooding over the next 3 days, major flood stage possible, especially along the Jersey Shore, and then you take it over to the Delmarva, and you have to keep in mind some of those inlets. So you may not be right along beachfront property, but you have water being fed from the ocean into some of these inlets, and that's where you could see that backup of water as well.
A lot of what we're seeing is indicating that we may see water levels as high or higher than they were with Superstorm Sandy, and that happened in 2012. So keep that in mind. This could be maybe one for the record books. This is Atlantic City. The water rise trend, you can see it's going to continue to stay a little bit above average, especially with all that wind. The wind is really going to pile that wind up on shore. And so to your point, that fresh water is going to be mixing in with some of that that salt water is going to be mixing in with some of that fresh water in inlets like that, just creating a mess. And that's just not a situation that you want to find yourself in, whether you're on foot or in a vehicle.
Yeah, and you look at some of the past historic water rises for New Jersey, and I don't think we'll be breaking a record here with this event, but we could certainly crack a top 10 with this fall nor'easter. Nor'easter season starts in September and will take you through about January, and so this is just the beginning. And keep in mind, Nick, I mean, if we were, let's say, take this event, put it in December,
it's over.
This would be a massive blizzard. So it's all about temperatures in the environment. So something we'll watch out for.
I'm wondering if this is an omen for things to come this winter.
You never know.
You never know.